Proceed to stop the engines to request ground services.
Here we go. Oh. Hello. Look how posh I couldn't be bothered getting changed. We were out with the family today, so that's why I look a bit more smarter, I guess. I thought I'd keep it on. I also like what my hair's doing today, so I'm just going to leave it. Anyway, I hope everyone is okay. Am I transmitting? Yes, there I are. There I am. So, trying to get back into the swing of things, and it's a slow process. I'm not gonna lie. Rodessa, good to see you. Hello, good to see you, my friend, and obviously, big hello to everyone who's going to be joining the stream today and taking a look at this brand new update for a developer I haven't really featured much on the channel. MK Studios, really popular developer, and quite embarrassingly, I fully admit they haven't had a dedicated stream or video. I've showed their Dublin airport off at some point. I can't remember what stream or video it was, but that was the only time they've ever really featured. Now, thank you to obviously the partner, SimMarket. I am one of their streaming partners. They kindly sent me a copy over, and I thought, you know what, let's get it done on Saturday. I don't know about tomorrow. I think these Sunday live streams were going really well. They were every Sunday, but they've been a bit off and on recently. Only sort of through December and New Year and Christmas, so we'll try and get back into a bit of a routine. But we're going to have a look at Rome, and it's Rome Leonardo da Vinci officially. But we're looking at Rome by MK Studios version 2. This is actually one of their first commercial airports that they released, and if you have a look on their Instagram, they've actually released some before and after screenshots of what it used to look like back then and what it looks like now. As always on the channel, we'll be having a good look around it, like a really good look around it. I'll be getting the drone camera out, we'll go around it, we'll get inside the interiors, we'll get outside, we'll go through everything, because you know I tend to sometimes I'll do some flights over to particular airports. For this one today, we are straight at the gate. We're in the well, we'll have a little look, won't we? Let's have a little look. We're actually inside the Phoenix A320, the Airliners Live branded one. This is the retro livery. Back door should be open. Let's have a little look. Oh no, it's not. It's not. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Let's have a little look. See if we can get it open. There we go. We should have some steps. There we go. I'm going to take us right out into fabulous Rome. Now, straight off the bat, as always, I always try and keep everything not secret, but I like to try and keep everything sort of first impressions Don't mind that. That is probably mostly due to the Phoenix and the fact that it's on stand here. But yeah, I need to. Do you know what? I need to optimize the sim. It's not the best at the minute, to be quite honest. But I usually like to only go into an airport to grab the thumbnail. You know, any kind of media. It's exactly the same for Rome today. I've only had a quick little look. I really haven't gone into any. I haven't actually gone into any interiors. I haven't done much in terms of look around it. Seen a couple of things, but most of what you're going to be seeing today is my first impressions, and probably your first impressions as well. The aircraft on the ground, apart from two that I've seen, are all going to be FS realistic, which I might turn off just for now, just because obviously it might be sucking some resources out. So they are all FS traffic, AI traffic, basically. I always get that message. Yeah, I seem to get it even if frame rate and everything is okay. Do you know, even if there's no stutters or frame rate losses, it still seems to be something I get. Anyway, let's have a little look around. We need to jump back in because I'm not going to walk around this airport because it is absolutely huge. Something that I didn't actually know. Rome isn't a familiar one for me, must admit. And when I first loaded in, I was like, wow, okay, this is a big one. So what we are going to do is, guys, I'm going to give you an overview of what we're looking at here today. It's a massive airport. I think it's got 4 or 5 runways. I think we got one over there, sort of, and then I think we've got 2 parallel ones as well, possibly. No, we've got one over here as well. Is it 3 or 4? I thought it was 4. Might actually just be 3. Even so, as you can see, it's quite a task for the developer. Massive space. I believe this space is also photogrammetry around the outskirts, I think. I'm pretty certain it is, to be quite honest. In fact, let me just... Oh, what's gone on here? It's because I've done that. There we go. Let's have a little look. I think it is. Let me just have a little look. SimMarket official in the chat. Good to see you. Thanks for coming in. We've got Sion Studios, Apes here. Paolo as well. We've got a few of you guys in. Thank you so much. The 8 o'clock starts for me. Just again, they just feel a bit better. I think what seems to happen with me is I'll start at 7 o'clock and then by 8 o'clock sort of everyone's in. So it just makes sense to start them at 8 o'clock now. Anyway, yeah, so the scenery round here is photogrammetry. Now, what I can see immediately is the trees, although they're not amazing, they're not too bad. I know we're not really looking at the surrounding scenery for this airport. I get it, but it is, obviously, for me, when you're flying in and out of an airport, to see the surrounding landscapes and such, it's quite good. And this is not too bad. This is not too bad at all. And also as well, for a big airport, they've even put some quite detailed fences in as well. Look at this. Although it's not the crispest, like the crispest, definitely not a word. It's not the most crisp sort of texture in the world, is it? But it's got a perimeter fence in area. Look at this. All the approach lights here. And guys, like I say, on the channel, we do go sort of with these airport live streams. Even when we do sort of fly in from a different location, it's not a long flight, and then we're straight in and we're looking at all these different parts of the airport. And again, that's why the live stream is usually around 2 to 3 hours, depending on the size of the airport, because sometimes it does take that long to get around it. And I can see this one being quite similar today. No drones, of course. And it is good, actually really good to see the, for the size of the airport, there is actually a whole perimeter fencing area. This doesn't look like this is a custom building all the way out here. I won't spend too much time on the outskirts, but you know, having a little look at it. Yes, it's all photogrammetry around the airport. Thank you, Aerodessa, because Aerodessa being our photogrammetry expert. I'm trying to find the word. I was going to say legend. Legend works as well, but definitely check Aerodessa's. It's in my Discord, guys, but if Aerodessa doesn't mind, I don't mind, but you can link your website in, my friend. If any of you guys are interested in a full dictionary, a full encyclopedia of photogrammetry areas around the world that are really good to fly around, as in, you know, really good to look at. Aerodessa has done quite a lot of research in that department. I love this as well. Again, it's not the crisps, it's not the most high fidelity. You know what I'm saying. This is quite good though. I do love I would imagine this is kind of like a drainage system. But even all of the little bridgeways and everything are all done. And again, I am embarrassed to say that this is my first proper look around an MK Studios scenery, and I know they're very well respected and held in high esteem, and people do love their sceneries. And I have got their Dublin scenery, and I haven't really looked around that a lot. But again, it is fantastic from what I have seen. Now, I am very excited to have a look around this because I have spotted a couple of things already that I'm interested to see. The runway and taxiway markings and texturing is fantastic. In the stream as well, I will be showing you guys nothing to do with the airport, but just a bit towards the end, if I can remember. I also need to remember night lighting, which I'm absolutely terrible at. Barcelona airport's amazing. I'll have to have a look. Oh, Lambert, good to see you. Good evening. Yes, they do some good in the series. My first was Barcelona. I'll have to take a look at Barcelona for sure. But I guess I don't want to spend too much sort of around the perimeter. I know you guys want to see the sort of the terminal and the interiors as well. Yeah, performance is fantastic. I mean, obviously we're not really at the, you know, the main apron or terminal, but if you look at you can see the scale of this airport. We're over here on sort of one of the you know, the furthest runways, and you can see the airport all the way back there, you know, so you can actually see the Phoenix on stand there. Look at that. It's pretty cool. I also do want to check out Parallel 42's chase plane at some point, either in a video or a live stream. Most probably a live stream, but I am impressed with a lot of these outbuildings, a lot of these utility buildings on the outskirts of the airport, even little sheds here. And again, full perimeter fencing around. You know, look at that. Pretty good to see that the developer MK Studios have gone to this level of detail, and this is what I talk about it being a complete airport. You know, nothing left out. Every little bit of the airport, all here. Fencing, perimeter, roads. Again, all this is going to be seen when you do any type of flying in the sim. I'm not too sure about this area. It looks... I don't know if it's photogrammetry that's doing this, but it is what it is. I'm not going to put that down to the airport. There we go, guys. So SimMarket in the chat. Such a big airport looking. Yep, performance. Oh, sounds good. Here we go. Hang on, let me have a. Yes, okay. Far, you meant far. I was gonna say I read it as fat. So guys, have a look at SimMarket's message in the chat if you want some SimMarket coupons, which I wasn't expecting because they didn't tell me, but it's fantastic. Thank you so much, SimMarket. I really, really appreciate it. So if you guys are interested, and if you are obviously interested in this airport, then you know you can, if you win, you can have some SimMarket coupons to buy this or anything from their store, which is absolutely massive. As well as this airport. This airport is insanely just... It is huge. Like I said, I wasn't too familiar with Rome, and it's just incredibly huge. I wasn't expecting it. Surprise! It was a fantastic surprise. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I really need to get back into doing the content, guys. I'm a bit behind with everything. As I say, I always come on live and say I've got all this stuff ready and to go. I just need to edit it up, and it is true. It's just it takes so much time. And like I said, I you know what? It's taken me so long to see any of MK Studios' scenery that I feel a bit embarrassed, and if the guys from MK Studios are watching, or at least re-watch the stream, apologies. But from what I've seen so far, absolutely incredible. For me, what I can say right now is, and I'm being completely truthful with this. I want you guys to know that I'm being completely honest. This is to everyone. Obviously, what I'm seeing right now is things on the outskirts aren't, at least on the outskirts now, I haven't seen anything in the center. Obviously, things aren't really, really high fidelity, but I don't mean any disrespect to that, because it doesn't need to be, especially stuff like this, you know. But on the other hand, the amount of objects and the amount of clutter and the amount of detail in it makes up for it. And again, I wouldn't say make up for it. What I'm saying is that there's a lot going on. If you look at this scene right now, we've got lorries, all these bollards, all these barriers, fencing, containers, all the cars. Again, the cars are all custom models. It looks great. It's, like I said, a complete airport. It's fully immersive. It looks like it's alive. All right, we haven't got anything sort of driving around at the minute. That will change. I know that is definitely a thing in this airport. But I tell you what, there's already, I am impressed with how much stuff is in the scene at one time, and how very, very butter smooth my system is handling it, which is great. Here we go, guys. Let's reward the first views connected here. How many runways does Rome have currently? First correct answer will receive a €10 coupon for SimMarket. There we go. Rodessa gets it. Yeah, definitely adds to the realism, and this is what I'm saying. That what I'm saying about the fidelity of the models and the texture work. On the smaller models, the buildings look fantastic. I think there's a lot going on here. There's a lot of weathering and markings, and you know, it's not a clean wall. look at this as well. We've actually got some construction work here with you know, like cranes and bulldozers. It's fantastic. There's a lot of this airport, and it's going to be quite a hard airport to navigate around in terms of taking the drone around. I'm absolutely terrible with that anyway. But it is, we can't really work from one way and go the other because there's so much. At least there's nothing on this side, but as you can see, guys, look at this. This has taken realism. So this is what I'm saying. There is actual animated ground cars and fire engines as well. Look at that. And the animation is pretty smooth as well. So that's quite impressive. Here we go. We've got actual cars. He's going to hit him. Oh. So I've only really... There must be others, but for me personally, the only other time I've seen animated ground vehicles has been the Aerosoft stuff. Let me know in the comments, actually, if there's other airports that use the sort of animated traffic. Because, again, that is a massive one for me. Ground service equipment, which already, by the way, is fantastic. We've already got all the containers here. We've got pallets underneath here. We've got moving vehicles as well. All different as well. Different markings on them. Yeah, it looks great. It's been a while since I've flown from Rome, but I think I remember they have lounge chairs looking out airside, which was good. I wonder if they're modelled in the add-on. We'll certainly have a look. I know when I flew quite a few times in and out of Prague, and they have some really nice spots to sit in the terminal. In the summer, they actually have a rooftop terrace as well if you want to go out there. But they have some nice lounge chairs right in front of the windows. But I love seeing the animated ground vehicles, and again, the models are really good, and the animation is quite smooth as well. I think for the turning for bigger vehicles like buses and obviously fire engines, there's also a little bit of a discrepancy here. We've got sort of two animated at once, which is a bit of a shame, but again, that'll be a bit of nitpicking, but I'm sure they probably already know about that. We've got vans, cars, all marked up with obviously the Rome airport markings on there. Again, it's I don't know what's happening here. I don't think that's an issue with... I don't think it's anything to do with the PIXY transport thing. I've got the car thing installed where it replaces all the default cars. I don't think that's anything to do with that. Again, if MK Studios watches tonight or re-watches at least, then obviously let me know, and it could just be the two of them conflicting. Get outdoors, Happy New Year. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Happy New Year to you. PIXY, believe, yes, PIXY does do a few. I know Flight Tampa, Humberside have got a bus and maybe something else. PIXY has got buses that go around the airport, yeah, definitely. And obviously Aerosoft. But in terms of the amount, if you can have a little look around, guys, here now, you can see them all here, going around here. I think when you see some of the other airports from different developers, they're not spread around, they're in one particular space. So it is quite good. Although we are seeing quite a lot of duplicates, it still gives the airport, even if you look at it now, guys, there's no airport. I've got no airplanes parked up except obviously my Phoenix. But if you look around, you can see vehicles. You know, we've also got the actual buses as well. The passenger buses that are going round. Again, I haven't looked in any of the interiors. I haven't had a look at landside either. We've also got a like an emergency vehicle, a Renault or a Citroen. I always get confused with the two. Fantastic. Again, the animations are really smooth as well. I think it's the limitation of the scenery, but not the scenery, but the actual sim itself. Some of the bigger vehicles do take sort of a wide, like almost like a quite a jerky movement round corners. But yeah, the guys, if I do miss some things out, I do apologize. But as you can see, we've got a huge area to cover. There's a lot of construction going around as well. Now this is, let me just, before we move on, because as you can see, we've also got some static aircraft included as well. I just want to have a little look and go through the features and tell you about the airport pricing. So you can get this from SimMarket. It's linked in the stream description. It's $25 US, including VAT. Around, this is estimates as well, so roughly 18 quid, 19 quid, or 19 pounds. And around 21 euros. Highly detailed realistic rendition of Rome, which is Lima, India, Romeo, Foxtrot. High quality 3D models, texture crafted with attention to detail, model and optimization, optimized terminal interiors, up-to-date ground layout, custom designed function jetways, immersive lighting, custom approach runway taxi lights, unique handcrafted taxiway signs, ground service and airport vehicle models, precise airport and runway elevation data, custom points of interest in the close airport area. I don't know what they are in particular off the top of my head, but we'll have a look around and see if we can spot any, especially because this is in a photogrammetry area. We'll be able to spot it. Animated ground service equipment, vehicles, trains and flags as well. There's a lot to go through here, so stick with me. Landside is crazy, downside is night lighting. We'll have a look at the lighting. Yeah, the airport's fantastic. The airport's really alive. Again, guys, all made possible by SimMarket today for those guys kindly sending me a copy over so I could show you. Already absolutely mind-blowing stuff. Again, it's taken a while, but we do finally have MK Studios scenery on the channel, and on a dedicated video. So again, apologies to those guys. It's taken a while, but we're on here. We got some old Air Italia. I think, are these MD-82s, MD-80s? Possibly. These are here anyway, and they're pretty good models. I can only assume these are either at or we're at this location. We've also got another one over here as well. Imagine these were at Rome at some point. In fact, I will just have a look because I'd like to see if these are still there. So on Google Maps, they actually have quite a lot of parked aircraft in that space. I can only imagine this was taken maybe through COVID, possibly. But it doesn't look like those particular aircraft are there. It's a fair few massive, it looks like they're Air Italia 777s. In that space. Interesting. Interesting. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Right, let's move on because like I keep on saying, there's a lot here. Again, if any of you guys have got this particular scenery, the version 2 taking a look at today. This is on Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. What I didn't mention before is nearer to the end of the stream, what I want to do, I'm going to have a dedicated stream for it, but I want to show you guys some real-time air traffic. Maybe loosely saying real-time because it's about 20 to 30 seconds out. Sometimes some aircraft are actually spot on, but using Flight Radar 24 and some other programs, I'm going to show you some actual real-time traffic at Rome, completely, as I say, 30 to 20 to 30 seconds out, but certainly when you look at Flight Radar, they're in close proximity to each other, so you can actually look at Flight Radar and have it all happening on screen as well. So I'll show you guys that at the end of the stream if we have some time, but I will be doing a dedicated stream for that as well. But if any of you guys got this version too, please let me know about any sort of the landmarks, the points of interest, just in case I do miss them. But pleasantly not surprised at all. I do know there's been a lot of my subscribers and sort of followers through different channels say, MK Studios one of their or some of their favorite developers as well as others. So it is good to be checking out some of their, or at least one of their sceneries right now. Obviously, I do want to do more in the future. Some of you guys have already said take a look at Barcelona. With this being only released yesterday or the day before, it was important that I check this out and share it with you. Going to Rome in July, however, flying into the others, Champiano rather than, again, I can't say, that's why I said Leonardo da Vinci Airport, even though it's technically called that. You might get, I don't know, maybe you can have a cheeky little plane spotting day, I don't know. But there's just so much ground equipment in this airport. It is fantastic. It's probably one of the most packed airports and one of the most, even with the aircraft not being in here, it's really, really alive. Let me see if I can inject some aircraft. I don't know if I can get it back in here. Let's try and regen. I know there was some originally when I has it regen? Oh, it has put some in. That's cool. Usually FS traffic doesn't do that, but we've got some. Interesting to see how it performs with the traffic in as well. Got some of the sort of Air Italia or I don't want to say a Titec. Air Italia tech. The hangars are beautifully modelled, very, very nicely done. Look at this. Look how many metal struts. Got a bit of flickering on the roof here, but again, I tell you what, that is one massive hangar. Really cool. Here we go. Second question. Who wants to win another £10 coupon? There we go. Which year was Rome Airport? Obviously, the one that we're showing here. What year was it first open? I've got version 1, looking forward to version 2, but I've been disappointed by paid updates before that weren't worth the price. Thank you for giving us a detailed look before deciding. No worries. As I say, Steve, I know most people, especially on live streams, when showing airports off, it's usually a case of a quick look around and then having a flight between to and from the airport. I do it a bit differently. I want to go around the airport at a nice pace. I want to try and show the amount of detail, the amount of the texturing how it, basically how it all looks as best I can, and try and sort of talk at the same time. There is one of the animated trains as well. But yeah, I understand the frustration of paid updates. I don't mind if the the update is a paid upgrade and it's a couple of pounds, but I do understand that developers do have to go back into a previous project and work on it again. I fully understand that. That looks fantastic, by the way, guys. Look at that. Look how much we've got going on. We've got the planes, we've got some ITAs, lovely livery, absolutely love the ITA livery. We've got the train going into the station as well. We'll have a good look in there. There's so much to see. But yeah, I'm a bit torn with paid updates, because I know that developers have to go back in and spend man hours to then upgrade. If the upgrade is just purely to make it compatible with 2024 and there's not much being done visually or performance-wise, then yeah, I get a bit fussy with that. But that's one thing, unfortunately, I can't comment on with this one, folks. I can't comment on just how good version 1 to version 2 is. I'll leave that up to anyone who's watching either now or afterwards to tell me, because I don't know what version 1 looked like. What I can say is this is fantastic. We do have a lot of flicker and sort of textures mostly on glass, but I know that's quite a difficult one for developers. Glass, especially glass behind glass, that's quite a big one. For me, as we go round this, I am just blown away with the amount of clutter, the amount of detail, the amount of objects as well. Trees, fences, lights, buildings. I love how they've implemented this. I'm guessing this is some kind of reservoir, possibly, but they've managed to kind of use this. You can see some of it bleeding over the edges here, where it's generated, obviously, the water, but they've boxed it in to make it look like it, and it's really, really cool. The train, the animation, again, on the train, just like the ground vehicles, is fantastic. There's a train going past now. Pretty cool. Love to see it. Again, lots of little details, land side and air side, and we're not even into the buildings. We've got interiors, the aprons. We've also got cars and buses here as well, so we haven't just got the airport vehicles. We've actually got landside vehicles. Not a lot, but yeah, fantastic. Really is. It does seem to be quite a lot of flicker and textures. That's what I would say. Around the airport, there's a lot. I don't think you need to. I could be wrong. I don't know if Rome is a handcrafted airport. If you guys let me know, I don't know if there's an airport that is. There's already a handcrafted Rome. Did I need to deactivate the other Rome? I don't think. I could be wrong. If anyone could let me know. I don't think there's nothing on the website. I don't think. Let's have a little look. No, I don't think so. No, I don't think so. There we go, guys. So we've had another winner there. Pilot Mattia. SimMarket let you know, mate. Well done. I've just got EGBB. So how does this compare to it in terms of performance? And I don't think and there's a handcrafted Rome. Birmingham, again, performance is fantastic with Birmingham. For me, though, I've said it a few times, I prefer PIXY's East Midlands, the one beforehand. I just prefer it over Birmingham. Birmingham, again, performance, I would say, quite similar. But all I'm going to say is this is, I guess, 2 to 3 times the size of Birmingham Airport. 2 to 3 times the amount of buildings, and there is, I'd say, 10 times the amount of ground clutter than Birmingham, and it's performing just as good. Absolutely, yeah. That's all I can say that with that one. Obviously, I do know Birmingham well. I got to obviously do the trailer for that, and got to have a good look around Birmingham. And I'm trying to stay away from the terminals. I do kind of want to do this landside area, and then we'll swing back and do the terminals. But yeah, there's a lot going on here. Animated cars, animated buses going in, and look, I mean, absolutely fantastic. It really is. As I say, I'm a bit, I'm a bit disappointed with the amount of flickering going on, but again, all these things can be fixed. It's not something that, you know, will stay. And like I said before, I mean, again, if you're asking about Birmingham, what I would say is texture quality, not so much model quality, but texture quality. I think there's Birmingham's definitely sort of, you know, higher quality in terms of textures on the buildings. But again, both in terms of quality, the quality of both airports is fantastic. There's a lot going on in this airport, not to be blown away by the performance. But yes, the texture wise, I think Birmingham takes it. I think in general, PIXY always really does well with his modeling and texture work. But again, this is the amount going on here, the amount of cars in the car park, the animated buses and cars. We got some of the FS traffic actually working over there. But I mean, again, look, if you look at the buildings, you've got all the antennas, the railings around the top, the fencing, and you know, all the little intricate details. If you get down low and you have a look, really good, really nicely done. Look at that, look at that. Little sort of rainbow crossing footpath. Very nicely done. I'm really impressed with the quality, and again, first time properly looking at a MK Studios scenery, which has been long overdue. Again, I apologise, but it's blown me away. And if, as I say, if anyone from MK Studios watches this now or after the fact, bravo, well done. I think it's fantastic. And again, this was the first commercial airport they did as a scenery, I believe, and it's very nicely done. The control tower is gorgeous. The control tower is so good. As custom control towers go, that is one of the nicest I've seen. And again, I will not forget to show you the night lighting. Yeah, the modeling's really nice, nicely done. There we go, Terminal 1. So the people models, you're going to hear some of the FS traffic audio coming in here. There's an ITA, looking like we're getting an ITA inbound there. Little A319 by the looks of it. On a very steep descent. Have a look at this. This is like a monument or a statue outside of the airport terminal. We have got custom people, but they're not animated, but they're very nicely textured one. Again, these will be custom people you've seen quite a lot in other sceneries. All the airport signage as well. In the live chat, let me know what airport you're sort of currently using, more than others. If you're using a particular airport, let me know what it is, payware or freeware. Let me know your favourite airport that's sort of, you know, gone down, or your favourite airports, you know, that have sort of, that you use more than others. Look at this. I love this sort of combination. We got, you know, you got your, I don't know, maybe concrete, metal, then you got your glasswork, and then you've got some actual custom foliage, little plants along the side. Pretty neat and very intricate. You'll see that again, glass through glass is a big one. Any developer will tell you it's a pain in the ass to do that. Hey Hudson, good to see you, bud. Birmingham, as you just picked up, London City for sure. Yeah, again, I don't think we've got a newer London City, have we? Are we still using Orbex version 2? There hasn't been another version, I don't think, or have I missed one, James? Because I think we're still on Orbex version, aren't we? It's not one that I've seen others do. Is that Flight Tampa Sydney? Is that Sydney? I know. Do you know what, Flight Tampa? I still love their Humberside. I think their Humberside is just immaculate. Again, one of those, as I say, complete airports. Really, got everything in it. You know. I don't know if we've got an interior. This glass looks like it's. I don't know if it's frosted glass or it's. Let's have a little look. No, we do have interiors to the airport, though. We have quite a lot of the departure interiors to look at. Yes, Orbex version 2 at the minute. It's still good. It's still really good. But again, London City might be another airport on some of the developers' roadmap. IndyBuilds might take a pop at that after they've done Liverpool. But this airport, Rome, absolutely fantastic. Really, it probably won't be one that I use to fly around, because I do love me general aviation flying more than this. Maybe some bizjet movements, I don't know. I'm sort of getting into sort of the smaller business jets as well. It's quite fun to fly the Vision jet and stuff. There you go, Leonardo da Vinci Airport again. All custom modelled and textured. It looks fantastic. Yeah, Pyregi's Palmer. I can't see that being too soon, unfortunately, because if I can remember correctly, the space between East Midlands and Birmingham was it about 16 or 18 months? And Palmer obviously being I think his biggest one to date. It's you know, it's around the same size as Rome, I think. Maybe a tiny bit smaller. It's got two runways, I think, 2 parallel runways. But it's there's a lot. I think there's like a military apron as well. We've even got the animated trains to the pier over there. Look at that. Fantastic. There's a lot of animated stuff. A lot of ground equipment, but a lot of custom animated stuff as well, which is great to see. Not just the airport vehicles, but the landside vehicles. It is really, really cool. I just got Birmingham a few weeks ago following your video. It's my local airport, so I know it well. Really enjoying doing a few trips. Nice, nice. PIXY did a fantastic job on that. When you start having a little look like we're doing now, if you start using the drone camera and seeing some of the landside stuff, it's so well done. But as we all know, PIXY is fantastic, so yeah, probably August. I would honestly, God, mate, I would say probably not even this year, and that's not a criticism. I just don't think it'll be this year. It's quite a big task, and obviously PIXY's one talented developer, but it's just him on its own, and yeah, I personally, he could get out this year, maybe the back end, maybe more towards November, December, but I'm gonna guess it's gonna be 2027 possibly. I don't know. Nice. I love me trains on airports. Do you know what? It's obviously we got the actual airport train going in and out of the. There it is over there. Look at that. Again, animations are fantastic. No jerkiness to them. Some of the trucks maybe going around the corners are a bit jerky, but I think that's just a limitation, really. There we go. The actual, the city train going in. There's just so much. This reminds me of going through Inebuild's Cape Town Airport. There's so many outbuildings and little sheds, and if just the sheer amount of custom buildings here, folks, is just incredible. Look at them, they're all different as well. The texture work on the top of the roof here, very well done. Very impressed. Again, I'm not too sure what some of the POIs out of the city out of the airport might be, but they're in close proximity. I love the work with the outer fencing as well. Oh, we've got some road photogrammetry road. I don't know what that is. They just ruined it. Just ruined it there. The trees don't look too bad though. This isn't anything to do with the airport. This is just they don't seem to have those photogrammetry spikes between the trees. Treasure bye bye. Evening. Good to see you. Good to see you. All right, James. Get ready for another question and another £10 coupon giveaway. SimMarket absolutely surprising me with a couple of lovely giveaways, guys. And we've already had a couple of winners. They'll be sorting out the sort of the winners and the coupons and everything, folks. So keep an eye out on the chat. They're going to ask another question, all to do with Rome. It might be stuff that I've covered. It might not be. You have to either know it or be quick on the Google search. But yeah, keep your eyes peeled, and could be a nice little coupon on your way. Yeah, so this is what I've discovered recently. A few developers, when they're building airports of any size, can forget some of the buildings that are on the airfield, and then it basically becomes kind of not really complete. Which Italian airline uses FCO as its main hub? There we go, guys. ITA, and that goes to Sion Studios. Fantastic. And I tell you what, SimMarket absolutely surprising me and going nuts with the support on the live stream, which I can only just thank so much. Giving you guys a chance to win some SimMarket coupons for their store, which if you don't already know is a massive online store where you can get thousands and thousands of flight sim add-ons, airports, aircraft, tools. It's a fantastic storefront. ITA being one of my favorite liveries. I'd love to see the ITA livery. I think they use the A220, but I know they have their lovely blue livery on the A350 as well. I'd love to see it. I do want to try and get to Manchester while ITA are still using one of their aircraft on the EasyJet route from Milan. So I think it's on behalf of EasyJet, but they're using one of their A320s and 319s with the lovely blue livery at Manchester. So I'd love to try and get down there soon to get a snap of that. But yeah, massive thank you to SimMarket for being present on the live stream, but not only that, but giving you guys a chance to win some coupons for their store. Absolutely fantastic. Love to see it. If you guys are wondering about the apron texture work and the markings, well, you're not going to be disappointed with this one. As I say, I'm going to take it slow around the terminal works. We're kind of looping back through now, and we're going to have a look at some of the interiors, and there's just so much. Like I said before, the amount of objects in this, and it's quite impressive that I'm getting any kind of frame rate with this one, because there's a lot. There's a lot. And as well, we've also turned on FS traffic, and the performance has stayed, I would say, similar. There's been no drop in performance. MK Studios have also done an amazing job at doing all these sorts of little water reservoirs as well, and all of the outer buildings. There's the bad photogrammetry spikes with the trees. Bit of a shame. I know there's a couple of mods, freewares that can get rid of these photogrammetries around the trees, but I don't know if it's a global thing. It might be just specific areas. Because I think that it kind of ruins the great work that MK Studios have done with this one. And we've got some we've got some animals. What have we got here? Some cows just having a little drink there. There you go, guys. And some horses. Look at that. It's the first time I've actually encountered, maybe not first, easily second or third time I've encountered any animal. Oh, and some sheep. Look at this, like a farm. And it was actually Liam from Perseverance Scenery rather that told me that these are actually all from, is it like Planet Zoo or Zoo Planet or something? Zoo Tycoon. That's why they look really, really good. Like, look at the models of the animals. I know we're supposed to be taking a look at Rome, but there he goes. I didn't even know they had sounds as well. But yeah, that's why these animals are so kind of like, well... Hey, where you going? They're so well rendered because they're actually from Zoo... Planet Zoo or Zoo Tycoon. But look at the fur on it. Anyway. I've got all MK Studios airports. This one will be next. It looks quality. It's fantastic, mate. I mean, obviously, again, Steve, you might know a bit better, mate, on how much it's actually been updated. I do apologize that I can't really show version 1, or at least give you an idea of what version 1 was like. But as sort of as a first-time customer, as a first-time user of this, it's fantastic. It's really well done. I just love it when developers go above and beyond, and it's a massive area to cover, but they've still managed to put every single little detail in. The road network around the outer perimeter. the, I'm guessing, drainage system off each of the footpaths. Really good stuff. Again, I don't want to spend too much time on the perimeter. Everything's quite copy and paste. Not in a bad way. Just as I say, it looks quite similar around the airport, but fantastic. It really is. I am a bit gutted it's taking this amount of time to get into one of these MK Studios sceneries, or at least have a dedicated stream for one. I have shown briefly Dublin on a video or a stream, but not a dedicated stream for obviously the airport. And I will be keeping an eye out on future airports, because I am thoroughly impressed with the amount of detail with this. What was that? What was that? Sorry. Sorry. I was getting distracted. Now, this is quite interesting. So, this isn't a custom model. This is definitely photogrammetry, but they haven't modeled this. And it is in the airport perimeter. Or actually, is that a custom model? I think it is. Ah. So this looks like a custom mod. It is definitely a custom model, but it's the photogrammetry they've, from what I understand, they haven't excluded the photogrammetry buildings in this area. So it's kind of glitched into the custom model. Definitely is a custom model, you can tell. But they haven't excluded the photogrammetry from that area. Again, not a massive thing, just something to look at. We've got some aircraft coming in and taxiing back out. Look at the angle of attack on that. It's a shame we still don't have a really, in my opinion, we don't. It's not even that we don't have a good AI traffic. It's more that the simulator just doesn't simulate AI traffic movement very well, if that makes sense. It's very jerky, very janky. It's the flare and the touchdown isn't great, but I guess it's getting there from what it used to be. Let's have a little look. Great place to walk around in avatar mode, especially in VR, I'd imagine. Yeah, I mean, I don't take advantage of the Pimax Super that I've got here, James. I need to. There's a lot that I need to use that VR for. Definitely walking around and using avatar mode is definitely one. Hey, Mrs. TPHI. Good to see you. I see you quite a lot in Tuto Murphy streams and other streams. Good to have you in. I really appreciate it. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much. I appreciate absolutely everyone, especially everyone who's taking the time out of the evening to come and have a little look around this Rome version 2 by MK Studios, which I'm absolutely blown away by. So good. Look at that. We've got a little line going out there. Got a Lufthansa, Ryanair, Wizz, and an ITA. Fantastic. And again, performance with FS traffic doing its stuff here is still, I don't think I've seen much of a difference, if any. with the traffic being turned on. Yeah, I mean, who doesn't watch Murph regularly? I always try and tune into Murphy's streams. I also try and sometimes come into his community flight. It is pretty cool. Murph is just a showman. He just knows how to stream. It's so natural, just so funny and informative as well at the same time. So let's have a look at these, because I mean, for me, I don't know much about Rome. You guys might know a bit better, but certainly most of their terminal buildings look quite modern, or at least have been upgraded within the last 10-20 years. Terminal 1 over here looks like it's a bit older, but it actually, do you know what, it actually does remind me of Prague Airport. The actual design of it, not the size, it's definitely a lot bigger, but definitely the piers here, they really do look quite similar. Wicked jet pilot. Nice. There we go. We got a plain white. Is that an A220? It is, isn't it? Look at that. Possibly an A220-100, maybe. Possibly. I'm not too sure. But yeah, let's have a little look. We got some Royal Air Maroc and Turkish Airlines as well here. Massive ITA A330 300, possibly 200. Again, I'm getting distracted by the planes, but if you look at the jetways, they're again custom built ones, really nicely done. Again, we've got some flickering on some of the smaller details here. I don't know if that's just me. Some of the code buses, the animated vehicles, they're fantastic. The quality of them, by the way, that bus is really nicely done. Look at that. I think what they've done is they really have, oh, you're going to hit him, you're going to hit him, you're going to hit him. It clipped his wing mirror. I think what MK have done here is given these airport ones a bit more detailed, just because obviously you're going to be quite close to them. Because the detail on these is really nice. Full interior as well. Should we sit on the bus? Go around the airport. God, don't do that in VR. Right, let's have a little look, guys, because we do have interiors. I need to get back up above, see where I am. There we go. Yeah, I love seeing the vehicle, the airport vehicles moving around. They look fantastic. Do you have a little go round there? I don't know why we would have. Ah, he was still on the runway. There we go. It looks dash 8. Spot on. Let's have a little dive down. Whee! Right into the airport. So this is a remote pier. Yeah, technically it is, but we do have a connection via a little tram, which is fully animated as well. Not bad at all. I would say the windows definitely look a lot. You know, they've got like that frosted effect on the outside as well. These guys waiting for their flight out of here. In terms of the interior, I personally, it's not the most detailed. I mean, as we can all see, I'm not gonna sit there and claim it's the most detailed we've seen, because you know, we do have the likes of Pyrigi. We also have RW Profiles as well, and many others who are doing incredible interiors. Whether you like them or not, it seems that more people are getting on board with them. This seems to me like this is why we're getting really, really good performance. I think it's because the guys haven't overcooked it, which isn't a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. If you aren't going to be in an interior, I think, personally, looking at it, let's have a little look. If we're going to be on stand, where are we? We're going to be on stand just here. I think that looks absolutely fine. I don't see the issue with that. They probably didn't really have to go as detailed. But again, this is a remote stand. Let's have a little look and see what else. I'm not going to sit there and say you know, a really, really detailed interior needs to be in an airport. I just know that from people originally saying they don't care for them and they don't need them. It's now almost part and parcel of a high quality scenery with Flight Sim 2024 is having a really detailed interior. But it's there. We've got an interior. Here is the tram as well. Have a little look and see if we have got a bit of a station going on here. Like in real life, you always see in these moving ads extra immersion. I still have coupons, so I'll shoot another question. Wow, okay. Wow. Here we go. We're just going to see that sort of disappear, are we? Yeah. So we have a connecting tram line system as well, which looks fantastic. It really does. There's more vans going around. For me, you guys know, if you've tuned into the channel and the streams a lot, you know that I love a good detailed interior. Only when it works, you know, only when it doesn't affect performance. It doesn't do anything. It's just there as an added extra and doesn't, you know, destroy your system. At the same time, I love developers who are now able to toggle the interiors off and on and give you that option. For me, though, do you know what? I'd much rather have this going on. This level of animations on these airport vehicle equipment. Tram over here coming into the remote pier. We've got a truck here. We've got moving, as I say, moving buses and cars. Honestly, I'd rather see this going on. This kind of thing, and then really detailed hangars as well. I'm not seeing many detailed open hangars where we can see inside the hangar. We can see what's going on. Builds Gatwick has a really fantastic Boeing hangar. It's so good, really detailed. I'd love to start seeing more hangars on sceneries. But yeah, I'd like to see more of this. These animated vehicles, and with how smooth the animations are as well. I've got 2 more coupons. James, mate, thank you so much. Thank you so much. My connection is too slow. That is my jazz. A lot of activity. Rich one-way is commonly used for westbound departures. There you go. Guys, can we get the love and the hearts and the thank yous to SimMarket for being incredible? Ace Airstream, I'm not too sure if that's me. If please let me know if any of you guys have got a maybe buffering or a slow video. I do apologize if that's the case. It is showing me that I've got excellent signal at the minute. But yeah, I mean, guys, let me know in the comments, what would you rather see? Really, really detailed interiors, or would you prefer animated? You know, trucks, cars, basically ground service vehicles going around the airport like we're seeing in this scenery. Let me know. I'd like to know. I mean, there's nothing stopping us having both. I personally think we could have really, really detailed interiors and buses and cars and trucks going around the airport. Look at this. So good. Really, really great. Look at that. Just look how it just feels alive, you know. And that's all we want, isn't it? Let's have a look inside here. We've got some more. So for me, this looks a bit more, I would say, high fidelity, a bit more complete as an interior. We've got some departure boards, but again, that's probably because it's a remote stand or remote pier. It feels claustrophobic in here, though. The ceilings seem quite low, don't they? I don't know how I'd feel. Thank you, James. Thank you so much. I think having a toggle, yeah. I think I've seen a couple of guys, I think SoFly are doing it. Ini builds, I think, really should start doing it with the Ini Manager software where you can toggle things off. I know Pyrigi has toggles for certain things, not so much for interiors, but I think, yeah, I think because it can be done, I think more and more developers, if they are including interiors in their sceneries, you know, really, really detailed ones at that, they definitely should be. If possible, if the software they're using or storefront allows it, they should definitely add a toggle in, so you guys can turn it off and on. If you don't want them, you don't need to have them, and you haven't, nothing's been gained, nothing's been lost. I love that as well. Look at that. Like you can toggle on and off interiors. Exactly, yeah. Was there last year. It looks accurate to the actual airport so far. Spot on. I love hangar interiors as well. I don't like terminal ones. I really would love to see loads of more hangar interiors coming up. As I say, Ini Builds Gatwick has a spot on. It's really fantastic. I know a lot of the smaller airfield developers like Burn and Blue Designs and a couple of others who are making smaller airports. Obviously, they always had in hangar interiors with animated doors. Sometimes it might not be possible. I totally get that, where developers can't add in a hangar because they don't really have any reference material to do that. But even if it was just a generic hangar, and they kind of winged it, no pun intended, where it at least resembled a hangar, because we just don't get enough. Which email? Let's try question only for you. What is? Okay. Yeah, it is the International Civil Aviation Code. My top one is Oslo Aerosoft. I need to look at that. I don't think I have that. Yep, it's FCO. I don't know if SimMarket can let the winners know how they're best to contact you and sort all of that out. Claiming coupons and stuff. I don't know what the best way would be to do that. Let's see where we're at, guys. We are at 9:15, so there's still a little bit of the terminal to go, including the ATC tower, which looks fantastic. Let me just check that we haven't got any. I don't think we have any landside interiors. I don't think we do. But again, do you know what? I'm really not too fussed about the interiors being there in this one, because I just absolutely love the amount of ground clutter. The amount of objects in this airport is fantastic. This ATC tower is incredible. I don't know if we could actually use avatar. Do you know what? Could we actually use avatar mode? I don't think we can, because we don't think we could get in there. And there's no actual steps on there. Oh no, there is. Interesting. Could you actually walk up? I hope there's a lift in there. Imagine doing that every morning. Here we go. We do have an interior to the tower. I tell you what, that's got a considerable amount of detail. I don't know if you guys saw my Flight Simulations Brazilian airports live stream, but the guys in their control tower, on some of their screens, the CCTV screens here, when you actually change the time of day in the sim, the actual CCTV images, rather, they changed to night and day, basically the same time as what you were doing in the sim. It was really, really cool little touch. Again, nothing that probably would have been seen if you were not exploring the interiors, but it was a lovely little detail. Absolutely lovely. Really, first time I'd seen that type of thing. There's a fair amount of objects in here as well, charts and folders. I think it's, for me, this is probably one of the best. There's no people. That's a bit of a shame that we're not getting any people in it, but it's the most detailed model, I think, modeled ATC towers I've seen in a long time. Very nicely done. Really nicely done. Let me have a little look, because you know what, we have a few more interiors by the looks of it as well. I'm convinced I'm getting it. Great work. My bank statement is as full of SimMarket purchases. That's all we want. That's all I want to do. Is show these airports off on a live stream as best I can. And as I say, some people might not want to see just the amount on one live stream, and they might not want to see just all the little tiny bits, but it's kind of what I do. I think the channel's always really, in terms of airports and sceneries, that it's always been quite a bulk of my content, especially some of the earlier stuff with freeware videos and before and after comparisons. This particular pier here, I'm a poet and I don't know it. This one looks like it's probably the detailed one. And it's fantastic. Look at this. Really nice. Again, I do like to see the animated people in terminals. I think it does just add a bit more, even if you aren't going into interiors. If you're looking from the outside, from your flight deck, and you can see people walking about, it does just add that little bit of immersion. But again, this is fantastic. This is nicely done. It's even got the lower level as well. I think what they've done is they've picked which maybe possibly what reference material they had. They might have had a few more images and reference media for this particular area of the airport. It's definitely the more built up and modelled interior space of this airport. Look at that, you can even go down. Really cool, really cool. Yeah, again, guys, I do apologize that I can't give you kind of my thoughts on on version 1, because I never had it. But version 2 is fantastic, and a couple of you guys have got version 1. And yeah, this is definitely a bit more, well, a lot more detail. This particular pier. Let's have a little look at the other ones, because I do want to actually get into the night lighting as well. I haven't forgot. Yeah, I do like the Dublin one. I've been there a few times on different video projects, and again, a bit claustrophobic in this one. There's like an upper deck as well. Yeah, this one looks a bit more. It might be a bit older. Might be a bit of an older building space. I don't know if it's true or not. I guess people who are either watching now or rewatch it can tell me. But it possibly looks like they might. Yeah, that's definitely, that pier looks like an older pier, and the one over there just looks like a new one, doesn't it? It looks like some of the airports also kind of had quite a lot of external work, like a facade, like a sort of more of a modern. Like a structure put in front of the older, pretty much like what they did to Liverpool Airport in a sense. Liverpool Airport was a funny one when they upgraded the terminal there. They kind of built around it and then closed it off, and then built, like, opened the next part up, and then yeah, it was all kind of like in the middle, the out a bit, and then yeah, it was quite cool. But I also don't know how spot on the colour of the glass is. What I mean by that is, obviously we've got quite a lot of this really blue, turquoisey type glass work along the front as well. Again, I think the first pier was there kind of the most detailed. We've got a couple of vending machines in here as well. Nothing too mad, but again, still looks great. There's that ATA A330 heading out. You've also got the A330 Neo as well, which looks really, really nice. What other Italian airports would you recommend? There's a lot of good freeware ones, I'll be totally honest. If you go on to flightsim.to and actually go to the Italy category for the scenery, there's some really good freeware Italy sceneries. But it's one of the places I don't fly enough of. It's one of the places I don't fly in a lot. I actually fly mostly in the UK, if I'm going to be totally honest. I'm not overly convinced by the night lighting on the buildings. I think that would probably, just looking at that straight off the bat, the runway and taxiway lighting though looks fantastic. It really looks great. That's something I will say. Partly due to, I think, the scenery and also the upgraded lighting from Sim Update 4. Yeah, I'm not too keen on this. which is a shame because the piers, they look fantastic. They look really great. The control tower, look at this. That looks good. That looks really good. That night lighting in that control tower is some of the best I've seen. It's a shame because if you look around, some of these bits with the interiors here, all this here, and then these buildings here, for me personally, they're just... sorry. I mean, that might not annoy any people, but for me, when you've got it looking really, really great around here, these piers look great. I think that on the top here, maybe a bit too much white, but this, look at all, I mean, look at all that. Really spot on. The control tower, that is just incredible. That is so, because of all these little lights heading up the stairs. Like, for me, that is a screen. Yeah, that is a screenshot, isn't it? Quick little screen. Oh, no, I've still got the other bits here as well. Oh, I'm trying to not... Maybe that. I don't know what you guys think. I personally think the kind of the faked interior lights here are a bit... Yeah, they're not amazing. But again, listen, I've got to be a bit of a critique. Yeah. Yeah, RD presets, but I think RD presets disbanded like a band. I don't think RD presets are a thing anymore, unfortunately. But yeah, I think I did a video on Romeo November a while back, or it might have been another one. But yeah, was it Naples? Was it something else? I don't know. But yeah, I don't know what you guys think personally. I think me, just as a critique and seeing how good all the other ones look, they kind of use it a bit. Yeah, well, I don't know what's going on here. What's this? I'm kind of thinking that might be just the design of those particular buildings, but where's the hotels gone? Yeah, see, the hotels kind of... The lighting's okay, but there's no light in the actual windows, you know? It is a shame, because the runway, the taxi lights, the taxiway lights rather, the lighting on the pier here as well, and over here the control tower is just absolutely incredible. Let me know if I can get away from those. Probably have to zoom in, maybe, I don't know. Yeah, see that, it looks really good. I except for the flickering lights over there. Yeah, again, you guys might not really be bothered about that, but for the airport that does so many things right, these sort of faked interior lights, they're not doing it for me. I think MK Studios might, it could be beneficial to look at the 2D parallaxing, or the the faked interior that most developers are doing. And I'm not saying copy off developers. I just think with how good the actual interior lighting is over on these piers, over here as well, and even on the remote pier as well, it's just it kind of looks like basically Microsoft Flight Sim 2020 with the default auto gen buildings, the lighting in those. Even even the buses and the cars, the lights on these things are great. Even the cars have actually got headlights on, Power cuts. exactly. Again, guys, that's just my opinion. You guys might not really think too much of it. It seems like it's sort of a downgrade when you're looking at sort of things like this, and it is a bit of a shame. When you see the potential. Look at the actual signpost there, the billboards here as well. Really crisp and clear. The lighting over the top of it, sort of, blasting down on it. And then the remote stand, the remote pier over on this side. Some of it has got the faked interior lights here. And listen, I'm sitting there saying, they should start using parallaxed interiors, and then they can basically keep the performance up high and not have it, you're not building any more interiors. I'm saying that like it's, they could easily do that. I don't know what they're capable of, and I don't mean any disrespect by saying they should do that. It's just, if you look at it from here now, it kind of looks like a negative. It's just all black, and then it is a bit of a shame when you consider that they've done so well on everything else. That tower's just incredible. That tower's so good, man. And the car, as I say, look, the train, the tram, the buses, the cars are all going round, and they've got the headlights and the brake lights on. They've done so well with all the other bits of interior light as well. It is great. It is really good. Just a shame about that, though. It's like a whole different sort of scenery, isn't it? Is what it is. It is what it is. Yeah, exactly. Some channel lover, I totally agree. It's like a completely different scenery, just this block of buildings here, and I'm trying to not sound like I'm critiquing it. I'm just saying that it would be nice, and I'm not saying by all means go back in and make a whole interior. It's just some kind of maybe just faked 2D with some of the lights in there might have, you might get a similar result as this pier, and even over on this side as well. You don't need to completely build the full interior. You just need to do something basic. Again, I'm saying that like it's easy, and I don't mean to sound like that at all. That just threw me off, seeing that space, like almost black space compared to this. Anyway, guys. Anyway, we're going to start sort of wrapping up because I'll be honest with you, I've had the heater on all the way through this, and I shouldn't have, so bear with me. Don't know why I'm doing it now. Like, stupid. I'm absolutely boiling now. Nice, and I've got 2 layers on as well. I don't know what I'm doing. What I do want to show you, and I am going to have a dedicated stream for this, because you guys know I do like to do some of the sort of the live virtual plane spotting. And what I've discovered recently is, oh look, there's the airliners live. I don't know what why the jet bridge is gone though. The airliners live retro livery on the Phoenix A320 there. What I discovered recently, which has been out for an awfully long time, but I noticed someone on my, I think, TikTok, basically live streaming Flight Sim 2024 with real-time traffic. Now, I use the phrase real-time slightly loose because it's technically not real time, but it's better than what real time we've got in the simulator. So I'm using a combination of, what is it called? I'll get the actual thing wrong. PSXT. Some of you guys might already know that. It's quite a well-known traffic app. I'm also using a subscription service. Now, I haven't signed up for any subscription. I've signed up for their 24-day sort of one-off trial. I guess it's not a trial, but 24 days for a 24-day license, basically, and running both of them. Oh, hang on, someone's already put them in. Oh yeah, PSX and real traffic. There's probably, listen, Steve, there's probably a lot of people already know about it, but for me, I saw people using it and I was curious, and I think it cost me like £6 for the 24-day license, and I was like, I need to try that. So I did. Now let's see if we can get this working. I think if we remove the just flight traffic. Let's have a little look. Yes, we're getting things going. What's the noise? Right, okay, so it is loading in. It takes a bit of time. But now I need to kind of go away from it because it's going to be dead loud, isn't it? So now what we've got is we've got real-time traffic. We've got basically aircraft that are live. It also injects the real time as well, I believe. Am I correct in saying that? I think it does. Yes, so it's down as 20. Yeah, so it's, yeah, it is. Very low packed in frame rates. I think I've actually seen it already just by moving the camera around. But I will be doing a dedicated stream, guys, just like a little virtual plane spawn, probably in the daytime, not 8 o'clock. It'll be like an afternoon stream, possibly next week at some point. I just want to see what it's like. I have spent a tiny bit of time with it, but what I will show you is just briefly now. Where am I? So here is let me see if I can get it on properly, just so I can. So keep in mind, this is not going to be perfect because it's later on in the evening now at Rome. I apologize. I haven't practiced this enough. So there's a lovely ITA A350 heading off to Sao Paulo. And we should have that very same A350 just there. And that doesn't look like it's actually about 30 seconds. It actually looks like it's spot on. I don't know if my streamer's gone a bit off, guys. It's still saying excellent, but it does seem like it's a bit low. Yeah, it looks like a... Don't know if the programs are all interspersing to... If you guys can let me know what it looks like, because my streaming sort of preview, it's very laggy, so I do apologize if it's the same for you. But that A350 was holding for a departing aircraft. Now that departing aircraft probably, there we go, there it is there. Not very many lights on it. And you know, it's not perfect. The sort of frame rate on the moving traffic isn't spot on. Aerodessa looks fine. It's probably me, mate. Yeah, I think I have turned off the traffic. I don't have traffic turned on at all anyway. But yeah, guys, I really want to show you this. As you can see, the A350's moving now on screen, but you can see it's already moving on flight radar. So that's what I mean. It's not real time, but it's the like for having this, you know, really close traffic injection. So from ADS-B sources, it's the best we've got. It really is. And you can tell the program to prioritize different models. Now, this is the caveat with this type of thing. PSXT is free to download. Real Traffic is a paid subscription, so you can do a pro one, which gives you satellite tracking coverage. It also has historic tracking for a certain number of weeks, and then there's a basic one. Now the basic one, I think, is like £10, $10 a month. It really depends if you've got the need for it. People who fly in VATSIM will already have traffic. People who are using Beyond ATC or say Intentions will have their own stuff, you know, their own traffic. So I wouldn't say it's niche, but to have this really spot on traffic, like you can see the what have we got here? I'm not too sure, because I don't want to flick away from go back to flight radar, but you can see we've got a hairdryer, an ITA. And I would say it is probably, for me, it's probably tanking a tiny bit of performance, but I found it so impressive when I first loaded it up. Real Traffic just works flawlessly with the PSXT, and then as soon as you basically open PSXT, it just starts injecting the aircraft. Now, I don't know what happens if you start messing with the time. I guess it's just going to leave it on there. You can probably see the aircraft a lot better now, but you'll also see there's a hell of a lot more aircraft injected into the airport than what we had before as well, which is great. And I thought I'd show you that just at the end of showing you Rome, because I am quite impressed with it, and I do want to do some dedicated virtual spotting videos from different airports, because people do actually watch that, weirdly enough. And I love doing it, especially at the likes of Manchester. Look at that. But I just love the fact that you can look on Flight Radar 24 or any tracking app that you've got and actually see that all happening. It's pretty cool. I don't know what you guys think, but I really enjoy it. Let's have a little look at, before we start sort of wrapping things up. You can actually see the A350 here on screen. Again, I do apologise if it's a bit off, but it seems when I'm not on the simulator and I've got that open, it slows down a tiny bit on my screen, so I do apologise. There's the A350 again. It has already departed, so it is a bit out. But yeah, so as I say, the caveat here is you need PSXT. You need the real traffic if you want the real-time traffic, which again is a paid thing. You can pay £6 if you want to have it for 24 days and have a little try. By the way, this isn't sponsored by them, or they haven't paid me. I paid for the 24 days on my own. And then you do need actual models in your community folder, so you can use Just Flight models or FSLTL. You can use AIG, and then inside the PSXT program you can then prioritize the models. I've got them set to Just Flight models because they look a bit nicer, although I think the FSLTL ones, the sounds are a bit better in my opinion. But yeah, so you need a few bits. Obviously, either way, it's going to be a paid subscription, or at least a one-time paid thing. And yeah, they're not. The movement isn't great if you have a look there. It's a bit janky, you know, but the rotations and everything can look great. Use FSLTL base models. I might do. It might be. I think. Do you know what? I think the lights were even better. The navigation and the landing lights just looked a bit better as well. But yeah, I probably will. They don't look as great, but I don't think they need to. They still shake and jitter about a bit as well on FSLTL. But guys, yeah, I'm going to be wrapping the stream up. I know SimMarket want to show their love with a few more coupons. So by all means, guys, go for it. I'm going to just stop the traffic injection now. Which city in Rome is the airport officially named after? And then that's the, I think, to be fair, I know you guys are probably keen to have a few more coupons there, but I will be wrapping the stream up. But what I will say is a massive thanks to SimMarket for not only being in the stream, and obviously allowing me to be a partner of those guys, but also giving me the chance to show this airport off this evening, and also surprising me and you guys with some coupons, because they didn't tell me that. That was I didn't know. I didn't know a thing. Those guys just came in and went, there we go, let's get it going. But yeah. But yeah, you guys have been fantastic. It's you know what, this, apart from the night light and just being a bit in that main sort of terminal bit, which I can let slide, I guess. It's not again, it's not an airport that I will be flying out much of. I might try and do a business jet flight possibly, but I don't even know if they do any business jet flights over here. I'm not completely sure. I'll have to double check, but I absolutely love this airport. I think it's just jam-packed. I think the performance is incredible for what it's achieving, like what it's given you. All it's just so static animated. It is for me a complete airport. It's fantastic. I really like this, and I can't wait to see more from them. Like I said, I can't believe I've let it go so long without checking some of their stuff out. I think this is a belter. In a summary, for me, it's got to be the amount of ground clutter and just the airport feeling so alive. And for me, if I don't have the sharpest concrete wall and it looks amazingly textured, that I don't mind it if it's a bit fuzzy. But if we've got this amount of clutter, vehicles, animated things, the whole airport just having every single building and every single bit of clutter, I'll take that over the most detailed wall. And when I say that, if you look at the details, the texture work on these buildings right next to the stands, they're great. They really are. Yeah, I only get that message when I'm close to this beast. That's the only thing. Sorry guys, I'm sorry that I've gone yeah, if you have won a coupon code, guys, obviously getting in touch with SimMarket or however if you just SimMarket guys, if you just let people know what the best way to contact them is. If it's the email is found on your website and they can do that. But yeah, the best, basically the best way. Just before I end the live stream, of course. Yeah, there's no email going in, SimMarket. I don't think it's being filtered. I've got no filters filtering out anything, guys. I do apologize. As I say, I will be ending the live stream very shortly. I don't know why it's filtering, because there's no I'm not filtering anything. I did used to have Nightbot stop things, but it would show me that usually. But it's yeah, it's not, doesn't seem to be coming through anywhere in the chat, and it's not giving me any kind of signal to say anything's being filtered out, which is a bit of a shame. Let me just see if there's anything I can do. I do apologize, guys. What can we do? What can we do? I'm trying to cycle back up, guys, but obviously I haven't got all the chat now. You have it practically, you can say it on air. Apologies, guys. Which email is it? I apologize. Just double check. It is you, Seb. Ah, okay. Is that okay? It looks like it's gone through, guys. I don't know why that is doing it. I don't know why it wasn't letting you do that. I've taken so I did have Nightbot. Nightbot was being a pain in the ass for giveaways and just generally being a pain. I took off all of the chat moderation toggles because it was a pain in the ass. It helps me do giveaways on my giveaways, but yeah, that should work. That should work. Yeah. Right. So guys, it is now 10 o'clock. I've reached my temperature limit. I apologize. I you know what? You were typing it and it just wasn't appearing. It would have appeared for you, but it wasn't giving me any kind of notification on the chat saying something's been disallowed or not seen. I don't know why it was doing that. So it didn't have any like thing to say, you know, you wrote something, but it's been blocked or whatever. Bit of a weird one, but anyway, it is what it is. It is sorted now. And again, massive thank you to SimMarket for coming into the chat, like actually coming into the chat today and spending the time with us. Not only that, they give me the opportunity to show the MK Studios Rome version 2, which again is available on their website. It's linked in the description below the actual product page. Fantastic. I love it. It's one of the most complete and detailed airports. It's a massive airport as well. So MK Studios, if you have been watching or if you do end up watching this, just know that I absolutely love it, and I think a lot of people will love it too. It is just very nicely done. I always, you know what, it doesn't matter how big the airport is. I think the developers do it so well, but with it being such a big landmass of space, it's just another feat of development by a talented team. And I do apologize again for not spending some time in your sceneries, because you've done a fantastic job. This is incredible. Yeah, I will try and implement it in some other video at some point. Possibly another, possibly a real-time traffic injection, virtual plane spotting, some kind. But yeah, show your love for SimMarket for doing that for me, and for you guys as well. And thank you guys for coming in this evening. I will be back soon. I've actually, everything's going a bit slowly at the minute. I've got to get back on to this computer in the next couple of days and get you guys some videos, just as well as some live streams. But do keep an eye out on my Discord and social media and YouTube posts to see when the next live stream is. I will be going live very soon with some of that virtual plane spotting like I've just showed you, because I've only got a certain amount of days on that. I don't think I'll renew it. Again, if it goes well, if these virtual plane spotting real-time tracking videos are popular enough, then yeah, maybe I might renew it and carry it on and do some different airports. But yeah, first airport I'll probably do is Manchester, and go to different locations around Manchester that I've been in real life, and see what it is. Have obviously flight radar open on the screen and show you how close the tracking is, and yeah, seeing the actual real planes, or at least seeing the track planes on the app and then seeing them virtually on screen. I think it's pretty cool. Yeah, as someone who made a small J, I can't imagine the work that's gone in. Yeah, I mean, also Jason, are you in one of the last live chats? Let me know what airport it is. I don't know if you've released it or if I've showed it. Is it available on flightsim.to? If you're on my Discord, mate, if you're on Discord, get into it. My Discord's linked in the stream description. Get into my Discord or me social media and send me it if you can, Jason, because I'd love to see it. Let me know which one it is. But yeah, I've got two webcams. I might as well use them. Nice little transitions between them. But yeah, not bad. Not bad. I'm getting used to live streaming a bit more now. But yeah, good night everyone, and thanks again. It's been good. It's been good. Next live stream will be a little virtual plane spotting from Manchester, using Innie Builds Manchester, of course, and just keep an eye out. Again, I don't do Discord or social media. Sorry. Is it on flightsim.co? Before I go, mate, link it in if it's on flightsim.co. Put the link in now if you can, if it lets you. Yeah, no worries, guys. Thank you so much for coming in. Yeah, catch you soon, Rodessa. Thank you so much, Jason. If you can link it in somehow, if you've released it on flightsim.co or so elsewhere, let me know. If you haven't, then obviously, yeah. But I'd love to have a little look at it. But yeah, no, guys, thanks for coming in and spending this evening. I'm gonna go off and have I shouldn't have any cake because I'm not really allowed to. But yeah, you know, I'll have a cuppa and a slice of cake. Very English. And yeah, those virtual plane spotting things, I'm really excited to. It's basic. It won't be everyone's taste, but it's a pretty cool nonetheless to see them on the Flight Radar app and then seeing them being injected into the sim. As I say, Manchester will be the first up. Innie Builds Manchester, and I'll take you around some of the actual plane spotting locations around the airport. Same ones that I've been at, and I'll change the camera and stuff as we go, and I'll show you some spots, and we'll see what we can see in Manchester. But yeah, that'll come in. That'll probably be a daytime one, just so we can see. Obviously, I don't want to do it in the evening when it's still dark, so I'll do like a few midday virtual plane spotting streams. But yeah, hopefully I'll catch you again, Jason. Maybe if you've got it anywhere, I don't know. Go into one of me YouTube posts, community post, and link it in there, mate, on one of the comments. But yeah, I'm gonna get going, guys. Thank you so much. I'll see you on the next one.